everyone, and welcome to the Lattes and Lingerie podcast. My name is Ella Pierce, and I'm here today to talk to you about whatever the fuck I want, because it is close to Christmas, and my retail side hustle is kicking my butt. I worked from 7:45 in the morning until 6:30 today. So, it's Sunday, and the podcast comes out on Mondays. So, thank you very much for letting me talk about whatever I want. I think we're just going to talk about how, the Great Conjunction is happening today. Saturn entered Aquarius, which is, we're not sure if it's amazing for me or terrible yet, because Capricorn Saturn was very difficult for me. I had a lot of mental health issues. Capricorn is my first house, and boy, it was very rough. But my Saturn return occurs in Aquarius, so it's anybody's guess if this next 3 years is going to be better than the last 3 years. But over the late spring, early summer, I was feeling really good back when it entered. Well, no, I felt awful in May, but really good in June. So it's a mixed bag. We're really hoping that it's going to be awesome. I hope if any of you out there are going through your Saturn return, which if you were born in like the early 90s, like 91 to 93, then this is probably you. If you're not sure, just send me an email at hello@cherrytreeboudoir.com and I can help you figure it all out. But anywho, Saturn return is coming, technically in it now. So yeah, Saturn entered Aquarius, and we'll see how that goes. But Jupiter also entered Aquarius, and now they're going to conjunct today. As if you're watching this on Monday, the 21st, when this comes out, hello, happy Yule, winter solstice to everybody who celebrates. But this is a big fucking day, guys. Big day. Like, this only happens once every 20 years, and it only switches signs once every 200 years. And so the last 200 years, like all of the Industrial Revolution, almost all of the history of the United States has all happened during the Great Conjunctions being in Earth signs. And so this is a huge deal, big deal. This is bigger than Y2K. Like, seriously, this is a huge deal. So that is very exciting. So now, aside from that, every year, the winter solstice is an excellent time to set intentions. And so that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. There are, you don't need an excuse to set intentions, but the winter solstice is a hell of a good reason. Actually, someone recently, I think it was Heather from astrologywithheather.com, I'm pretty sure is what she calls her channel. I will link her below for sure. She's amazing. I love her. But I don't know. Anyway, the point is you don't really need an excuse to set intentions. But hey, the winter solstice is a great time. Heather was talking about how that's kind of where the tradition of New Year's resolutions came from. And it's funny because she had mentioned that maybe part of the reason that we don't do very well with keeping our New Year's resolutions is because we're setting them too late. You know, we're not setting them on the proper day. So today is a really excellent day for you to set intentions, and because of the huge cycles that are starting, it's not really a day that you should let go by without setting any, but it's also not ones to take lightly. So I think cider, we're having cider today, by the way. This is real hot cider with real cinnamon. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, there are a few times in a year, so if you're watching this and it is not the winter solstice anymore, or even close to New Year's Eve, then other great times to, it's not even close to New Year's Eve, then other great times to set intentions are your birthday, new moons, solar returns, lunar returns, anniversaries are really great times to set intentions, especially with a partner. Also, any season change, as well as whenever a planet does a return, if that's possible. Of course, the outer planets don't return for us humans who don't live past, 200 years. But I actually had really great luck with a Venus return in 2019 and 2020. And we'll definitely talk more about that later. But this next upcoming year in 2021, I'm also setting a really important intention when Mars crosses my Venus. And I've never had a true astrological reading from a professional, which is really a tragedy and something I'm 100% going to do in the future. But I'll talk more about my Venus return sometime, but I'm going to try and use this energy of Mars crossing over my Venus as much as possible, because I had really, really amazing luck with Venus returning to Venus. And so that is another time to set intentions, especially if you are aware of what intentions could correlate to which planets. So now that that's all out of the way, decide whatever your excuse for setting your intention is, and then just move forward with the intention setting. So a really safe bet for setting intentions on such a big day, and hopefully avoiding any backfiring, is to do more of like a clean slate, like a refreshing intention setting session. So I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't do anything, but with such at stake for like, this is like literally a 20-year cycle, you might want to just keep it simple and just do something that's like safe, you know, for sure that you're not going to get any like unintended circumstances. So this is going to be a little different. What we're going to do is do kind of a meditation, but it's more just like a guidance. And so you can, of course, just listen to this and think of it yourself. This is meant to be a shower ritual, so you can get in the shower and actually let the water like rush over your body and let all of the negativity, limiting beliefs, essentially all of your bullshit just rush down the drain. And if you've never done this before, you don't need to do anything specific. You don't need to worry about, having any specific bath salts, or this is a shower, so if you want to get some eucalyptus, hang it in your shower, bless it, do whatever you want. I'm just telling you that this can be really simple. It doesn't have to be, what are you doing? Be quiet over there. And so it doesn't have to be anything too complicated. It can just be something very simple that you just think to yourself, or you can say it out loud, or do whatever it is that you need to do. Yeah, so the rest of the video, the rest of this podcast is just going to be you thinking, me guiding. This podcast is going to be a little bit different, so I'm going to say thank you now and goodbye, so that way if you are doing this ritual, you don't end up with me just saying, and now we're done, and thank you for listening. So I'm going to say thank you now, and thank you for listening in advance to the guided meditation, if you will, slash clean slate intention setting ritual. And if you think that someone would love this after you finish your ritual, send it to them. I would really love it. I'm so thankful for everybody who has shared the podcast to their friends and family. And so podcasts come out on Mondays. Like and subscribe. Check out the other videos that I have linked. There's a couple other really good ones that I think you'll really like. And enjoy the meditation. Later, Gator. Now that you are in the shower, let the water wash over you. Really feel it. Try not to control it. Just let it wash over wherever it goes. You don't really need your eyes for any of this process. As you let the water wash over you, anytime you turn your body, turn to your left very slowly, because when we turn to the left, we send things away. Today, we are sending your bullshit away. Let the water wash all over you, washing your bullshit down the drain. Go ahead and scrub your scalp, letting all of the dead skin cells fall away, down the drain. Every limiting belief that you have, all of the lies and the stories. Just take a deep breath in. Really let your stomach fill up with air. And out through your mouth slowly. Wash all of your bullshit away. Name your bullshit. Say it out loud if you can. What is it that isn't serving you anymore? What is it that you're just putting up with? What hurdles are you jumping that don't really need to be jumped anymore? If you haven't yet, turn just gently to your left. Let the water rush over in a new place. Letting go of all of your limiting beliefs. All that shitty bullshit down the drain forever. Feel the water rush over your face and down your body. Release all the tension that I know you're holding in your shoulders, neck, and forehead. Let your head fall around freely, letting all the little kinks and cranks out. Stretch your arms behind your back. Grab your hand if you can. Really open the chest up. Visualize the water cleansing your heart chakra. All the bullshit and trash running all down and down the drain. If you haven't yet, turn a little more to the left. Visualizing all of your limiting beliefs and negativity leaving you forever. Envisioning yourself creating an aura of protection for everyone else's bullshit to just bounce off of you. Start to massage your ears to release all of the limiting beliefs that have been told to you over the years that you've internalized. What is it that people have told you that you have to let go of? What lies and stories do you have that aren't really yours? They're leaving you down the drain. Now move your hands down to your neck. Envision yourself massaging all of the crud out of your throat chakra. Going forward, it will be balanced, properly open. You will no longer tell your stories of limits. It will all be empowering to you and others. Now turn a little more to the left. Let the water envelop you. Don't try to control it. Don't wipe it away from your eyes or off your nose. You don't need your eyes for this. Name the rest of your bullshit and let it all out. It's running down the drain. And if you're not back to where you started, turn a little bit more to the left. Has the tension returned back to your shoulders, neck, and forehead? Let it release. It has no place here. Now pick up your cleanser. Get all soapy. Start to focus on your hand. Whichever one you want. Okay. Focus on your thumb to reinforce the good that you're doing. Name the good that you're doing. What are you doing well in your life? What should you continue to do in your life? This isn't starting anything new. This is a continuation of what you're doing very well. Take a moment to sit with the gratitude of doing that well. Now focus on your index finger. Name your top priority. What is number one for you? Name your most important focus. If this receives a thought each day, you will move forward in your progress. Now focus on your middle finger. What do you need to tell to fuck off? This has no place in your life going forward. What is it that needs to go. It has no place here. Envision that going down the drain. Now focus on the ring finger. Who are you going to help thrive? It doesn't have to be forever, just right now. Spend some time in gratitude for this person. Now focus on your pinky finger. What is it that you pinky promise from now on? Make sure that you mean it, because a pinky promise can't be broken. And a pinky promise from you to you is the strongest pinky promise of them all. Now link your pinkies and make the promise. Bring your pinkies over your head. And mean it. Let the water rush over the rest of your body, over everything but your pinky promise. Let all the bullshit run down the drain. Now finish your shower. Listen for any divine downloads and guidance that come to you in the quiet. Thank you for spending this time with me. Goodbye.